Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Lord Yahweh thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So don't fear them, regardless of their multitude or armies or all that. No matter what they come out against you with, don't fear that. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts be faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. For the Lord Yahweh your God is he that goeth with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. And the officers shall speak unto the people, saying, What man is there that hath built a new house, and hath not dedicated it? And the dedication here is more like, you've built a new house, but you haven't put it to use, right? You haven't actually gone in there, and actually used it. All right, let's go into that word dedicated there. It says here, hath not dedicated it. Right, chanak. And right, it says dedicate, inaugurate. When we go in here into the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, you see, as it says, where is it? Right, down here in B, right, it says, see if I can highlight this. No, I can't. There you go. Right, it says house, that is to dedicate or to commence to use, right? So you got a new house and you ain't even worn it out yet, right? You haven't really gone in there and made it home. In a case like that, as it says, let him go and return to his house, lest he die in battle and another man dedicate it. So it wouldn't be fair to him, because then you built the house, you didn't even get to sleep in it and use it, and then somebody else ends up inheriting it or buying it or taking it over. And what man is he that hath planted a vineyard, and hath not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in battle and another man eat it, or eat of it. And what man is there that hath betrothed a wife, and hath not taken her? So you are engaged, but you haven't consummated the marriage. You haven't actually, taken her. Let him go and return unto his house, lest he die in battle and another man take her. Right? And so basically he ends up dying. She's not married at this point because he's dead, and then she gets remarried, right? Or they just, her father gives her to somebody else. So to avoid that, you got to go back. And the officers shall speak further unto the people and they shall say, What man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? So who's in here right now that's afraid? Their loins are, their reins are trembling within them. Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. And this is because fear is contagious, right? In the sense that through his fear alone, just like how somebody can encourage you, you'll see like in these battles or in these wars, the captain will encourage, right, their men. Like Judas Maccabees did that a lot, right? And speaking those words, and it riles up their spirit, and now they're like, all right, let's go. The reverse is also possible, right? By the fear of this one person who's just constantly afraid, and they may be saying certain things and all that can actually start to affect the others. Especially if you're going up against an army that's like 2 or 3 times your size. So to avoid that, you send that person home. Verse 9, And it shall be, when the officers have made an end of speaking unto the people, that they shall make captains of the armies to lead the people. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace onto it. Now, what that means is before you actually start attacking or besieging them, first give them the option to surrender. That is proclaiming peace onto it, saying, "Look, we're about to take your ass over, but if you surrender, you wave the white flag, you become subject unto us, then fine. They don't need for this war. And it shall be if it make the answer of peace." So if they respond and say, "Yes, yes, we will surrender peacefully and open unto thee," they open their gates and surrender. "Then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee." So they're going to be servants, right? They're going to pay tribute and they're going to be under you, and they shall serve thee. And if it will, if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. And when the Lord thy God hath delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. You're going to kill him. Where is the edge of the sword? That's the sharp part. So if you hit somebody with a sharp part of the sword, what is that? You're cutting them. And in war, that means you're killing them. "But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoil of thine enemies, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. Thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not of the cities of these nations." That is, the other nations, excluding the Canaanites and the Hamites in the land that you're about to go and take over. Them you handle differently. Verse 16, "But of the cities of these people, which the Lord thy God doth give thee for an inheritance, thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth." Okay, so those that are on the land that you have to go and take over, you got to slay them all. "But thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee, that they teach you not to do after all their abominations." Because if you completely slay them, then there's no risk, there's no chance of them influencing you in their wicked and abominable ways whatsoever, "which they have done unto their gods, so should ye sin against the Lord your God." So avoid that situation entirely by just slaying them. "When thou shalt besiege a city a long time, in making war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them, for thou mayest eat of them, and thou shalt not cut them down to employ them in the siege. For the tree of the field is man's life." So this is dealing with you go to besiege a city, there are some trees around, and those trees bear fruit. You're not supposed to destroy those trees and use their stem for, or branches for wood or for building tools for the siege. You're supposed to leave those trees because, as it says, the trees of the field is man's life because it bears fruit and it can sustain life, right? Somebody might depend on that to eat. So you're not supposed to destroy those trees. However, only, verse 20, "the trees which thou knowest that they be trees not for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut them down." So these trees don't bear fruit, right? Or food. Those trees you can actually break down, cut them down, destroy them. "And thou shalt build bulwarks against the city that maketh war with thee until it be subdued." So you can use that to build the tools and contraptions and so on to help you with the siege until you take over that city. And that brings us to the end of the book of Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.